I told y'all. I told y'all. And the thing is, right? I feel like I was one of the only people that wasn't right wing that was actually defending Andrew Tate. And it's crazy how like I can't even say his name for real on YouTube unless my video is going to get like blackballed or limited or you know what I mean. But long story short, there's going to be no edits. I'm literally on a time crunch. I got work in 30 minutes. Andrew Tate got they're innocent. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Okay, so breaking: the girls who accused the Tate brothers of R word were paid $100,000 to by USAID. Okay, when they made the police report, the USAID responders NGO also flew them to Monaco. U.S. taxpayer money was used to accuse innocent men of you know what and try to ruin their lives. And see, I knew this for years. Back when this was happening in 2022 when they got locked up, I knew this was a whole fake thing. And all these YouTubers, Sneeko, Nick is not green, Ethan online, wherever these people online are called. They were literally calling Andrew Tate the worst of the worst while all he did was help men like me and other people try to better our lives, right? He actually tried to help us while being entertaining, while not trying to push out the low degenerate content like everybody else is pushing out. Even though yes, it is some degenerate content and in his content to get the masses to look at so he can actually give you the real messages. The other content creators, like I mentioned earlier, they just give you slop. They don't help you improve. These guys actually help you improve while being entertaining. And that's why they don't like him. Because he says the truth while capturing the youth. That's why they don't like him. So they try to lock him up. And all these YouTubers were literally talking the most crazy stuff, saying the most craziest stuff, and never said sorry. Never backtracked, never made another video saying, yo, I was wrong about the Tate brothers. I was wrong about this. I was wrong about that. I was wrong about this accuser, this accuser, this accuser. They never made a video. And I will keep them, held accountable for as long as I'm on YouTube. Because that's not fair. It's not fair how these people on YouTube can make thousands of dollars on videos on Sneeko, the Tate brothers, other people, and they just spew lies and non-facts and give it to you like it's facts, and they get mad money. And when it's completely wrong, and it's shown that it's completely wrong, they would never say sorry. So now those fans that watch those videos now have a thought in their head that's completely false. Or it's the same as when people watch clips of like Tate brothers or Sneeko, and it's totally out of context, but they only see a 15-second clip rather than the whole 3-hour stream. And they take that one thing and run with it. But they didn't even get the whole context because that 15-second clip is going to play in an hour later when he's done, talking about the whole situation. You get what I'm trying to say? Anyways, so he made a video, an 8-minute video, so we're going to watch this right now. Let's tap in. Breaking. Deep State setup. Victims were paid $100,000 USD by USAID, funded NGO to make police reports. They were paid in advance. Paperwork's in the hands of the Tate brothers. Let's react. I'm so happy, bro. Like I'm so happy. Thank God, bro. One more. Thank God, bro.
Case dismissed. Even better than a not guilty verdict, a judge has decided there's not enough evidence to even send this to trial. There's no evidence of crimes. None of this makes sense. They printed an indictment with thousands of pieces of paper, which doesn't mean anything. It doesn't add up to a crime. They falsified evidence. The whole thing is garbage. The case is now officially dismissed. But if there's no evidence to take me to trial, this begs a very pertinent question. There was never any evidence to put me in jail. There was never any evidence to raid my house 5 times. There was never any evidence to keep me travel banned for 3 years. There was never any evidence to stop me seeing my children. There was never any evidence to stop me seeing my mother when she had a heart attack. There was never any evidence to steal all of my cars and all of my money and all of my wealth. There was never any evidence for the media, which were very complicit, to try their very best to slander me, to bother my mother after she had an operation, trying to make her cry, to make my children sad, to make the women around me sad. This is not just about my brother and I. We're tough guys. Every single person who loves us has suffered, and there's never been any evidence in the first place, like we've been telling you for 3 solid years.
Oh my God. Bro, no, like he looks so mad because, bro, like look at him. Like this is the face of somebody who's clearly innocent. Like on this channel, I watched a lot of true crime videos and a lot of police cam videos, and you can tell when somebody did the crime and they're like, oh no, like I didn't do the crime, or like they're literally lying. This is somebody like you could like he's about to cry. Like you can tell. Like I'm about to I'm screenshotting this for a thumbnail. I ain't gonna fucking lie. Shit. Thanks for hold up my phone. Sorry. But you know what I'm saying, bro. You could tell this guy is like completely innocent. You can tell, bro. It's that's so crazy how like you like, bro. What am I doing? All right, this can work. All right, this can work. Sorry, technical difficulties. Sorry, oh my god, I know people just
Telling you this for 3 solid years. This is a bittersweet day. I'm happy because finally an honest judge did the right thing and threw this case out. I am happy because I got to enjoy this perilous path with the person I love the most on the planet, which is my brother Tristan Tate. He is the best brother on the planet. And when we shook hands, irregardless of the circumstance, even when we were sitting in a jail cell together, we only laughed and smiled. We are ready to die together. We have been since the moment we were born, and there is no better feeling on earth than knowing you have a brother who's ready to die beside you. We are the type of men who will charge at the gunfire after a quick nod of heads. We don't care. We were ready for 20 years in Rehovot. We knew this was a setup. We knew this was a Matrix attack. We didn't expect justice at any point during this, but we fought tooth and nail. My legal team and everyone around me said, Andrew, just be quiet. If you're quiet, you can make it go away. Don't make a big noise about it. Maybe we can do a deal behind the shadows. And I said, no. My father did not raise me to have the Tate name tarnished by liars and corrupt actors. I will fight tooth and nail from the absolute day I was first accused until the last day they throw me in jail, and from there, I will continue to fight. I'm an innocent man. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to do a deal. I'm not going to lay down. I'm going to fight this absolutely tooth and nail. And everybody told me you can't beat the system.
Bro, like this is why they stopped him. Like, this guy is like hella motivated. I know people are gonna look at this and be like, oh no, you're glazing, brother, you just hate your life, brother, you're just coping, brother, you just hate your life. Like, I don't leave the video, I don't care, like, if you don't get motivated watching this shit, because you can, like, I watched this live, I seen the blow up live, I seen they hate live, I seen the lies live. They did the same thing with who else? Myron Gaines, Sneeko, it's gonna sound crazy, but Dan Brazilian, like, and anybody who really just try to speak out about anything, Alex Jones, anybody who actually try to speak out about anything, or just question, like, even if you just question, you get canceled. You can't even ask questions anymore. You know what I mean? You get canceled. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, so all of these people, they ask the same questions and they say the same things, and they're all getting shut down. Makes you think that some group of people don't want you to listen to these people for some reason, right? And it comes out that every single time that they're right. Just wait a couple years. Like, I don't care what nobody says. That's why I'm happy as hell, because everything I was standing up for years, bro, all comes out now like true. Like, oh God, bro.
Make too big a deal of this. You are going to go to jail. And I said, I will go to jail for 20 years happily if everybody knows I am innocent. If everybody knows I've done nothing wrong, I'll suffer in jail. But I will not let people lie and slander the last name Tate when we've done nothing wrong. There is no such thing as light without dark. The light that radiates from the beautiful brotherhood I share with Tristan must be balanced. And the balance to that dark are nightmares, which I've suffered ever since I was put inside of that jail cell. I still wake up at night looking for cockroaches inside of my blankets. I still smell that jail. I didn't go to jail in England. I didn't go to jail in fucking America. I went to jail in Romania. I was thrown in an Eastern European prison. Do you have any idea the conditions in an Eastern European jail? And there was never any evidence for me to be there in the fucking first place.
Facts, bro. Holy, bro, it's facts.
I think God is giving me these nightmares to ensure that my wounds stay fresh. Because it would be very easy for me now that the first case has been thrown out. The second case will follow quickly. Within a few weeks, we'll be back on private jets, back on our Bugattis, back on yachts, living a good life. We could just ignore all this, live and let live, make it all go away. No big deal, we were found innocent. But I still can't sleep. So why would God still be keeping me awake at night unless he wanted my wounds to still hurt? Unless he understands that innocent men being told they're innocent isn't justice. Justice is when liars. Justice is when corrupt actors. Justice is...
Yeah, bro. And we need to actually, like, think, like, hopefully Andrew Tate is going to be, like, the one that actually, like goes after the people that try to cancel him, because we know so many actors, athletes, YouTubers, streamers that got accused of stuff that was completely wrong, but tarnished their career. We all know this happened before, bro. It's crazy. So they need to get sued. They need to get sued or something, bro. For real.
Is when complicit media outlets. Justice is when people who have tried their very best to put an innocent man in jail purely because they don't like what he says. Not because he's guilty, because they don't like what he says.
Yeah, that's facts. It's just because they don't like what he says and the way he says it. Bro, that's facts. That's exactly what I said earlier. Bro, he's and the same people, like I said, Sneeko, Myron, like Alex Jones a little bit too. Like, bro, they say the same things and they're all blackballed, all gets banned off Twitch, all get banned off YouTube. For what? The same reason, just the way what they're saying. Same with Kanye. It's just what they're saying, bro. And it makes you think, like, all right, cool. Maybe they're right because they're all getting canceled for saying the same thing. Maybe they're right. Like, that's what I don't understand. And with the Kanye situation, right? Kanye, they proved Kanye's point. Kanye literally said, yo, these people control the media. These people control the banks. These people control all this stuff, right? When he said that, what happened? Everything that he mentioned got shut down. His banks, music career, everything from these people. So they just proved his point. Like that was so funny because that was like 3D chess in real time. They proved his point live.
They had no interest in the truth. They just wanted me to be guilty because they didn't like me.
Facts.
Justice is when they feel
facts. And I remember, I'm sorry, last pause. I know people get mad in the comments. Bro, I remember like a majority of the people, like Nick is not green, like the losers on YouTube. I know what I'm talking about. The people on Sneeko's soy calendar. I got y'all. Hold up. Sneeko soy boy chart. I got you. Shout out Sneeko. This right here. Everybody right here that was on Sneeko's chart. Everybody right here, they were all saying the same thing. Oh, Andrew Tate is evil. Sneeko is evil. This person's evil. This, that. They were all saying the same thing.
The full weight of the law. But because he's guilty, because they don't like what he.
Yeah, exactly. Because they didn't like what he was saying. That was the only reason why they even hate on him, because they didn't like what he was saying. Because look at them. They all look the same, saying the same shit. No, he's this. He's too like masculine. No, like he's too loud. Like, no, bro. No. Y'all are just born low energy.
He says they had no interest in the truth. They just wanted me to be guilty because they didn't like me.
Yes,
Justice
that was facts.
is when they feel the full weight of the law. And perhaps he has enacted me, chosen me as his soldier because I am 38 years old. I have 35 more years to live. I have unlimited resource. I can't sleep. I'm petty. And I can ensure that everybody who has ever said my name in a negative light regrets the day they were chasing the attention and chasing the likes on Twitter, because it's not going to be worth it. I have done nothing wrong. Hundreds of millions of dollars of compensation are going to flow my way. And it's not about the money. It's about making people understand that just because you do not like somebody, just because you do not like the words they say, just because they said some stupid things on the internet 10 years ago, just because they offend you with their jokes, does not mean they should be locked up innocently. All people, including my enemies, deserve a fair trial and deserve freedom if they are innocent. But my enemies are not innocent. And my enemies are never going to apologize. Never going to apologize to my mother, never going to apologize to my children, never going to apologize to the people around me who have suffered even more than my brother and I. But they will pay. Because as I said after my first cancellation, it was a fair warning because I am a fair man. I do not hit people without telling them I will hit them first. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. The counterattack has been long planned. It's quite interesting how much time you have to think and be creative inside of a Romanian dungeon. And now, finally, as the dominoes start to fall, as the house of cards of lies is collapsing in real time, the counterattack comes closer and closer to fruition. My brother and I have always been innocent. We were attacked because of our monumental fame and the work we were doing at the time to break the matrix. The reason Trump is in office, the reason everyone's now based in telling the truth, the reason the masculine youth are rejecting the programming, the reason all of these things are happening was by no small part down to my brother and I personally.
That's facts. And I'm not gonna lie, that's facts. And I'm gonna also say Sneeko, Hamza, Fresh and Fit, Von Two Cut, So Illuminati, the OGs, if you know Daylight. If you know, you know Daylight. OGs, like people waking up, you know what I mean? If you know Daylight. That was like the biggest people that was like waking people up though. I'm not gonna lie. But definitely Andrew Tate though. Like he was like the first person that I've seen was like a celebrity. Like up there with like Justin Bieber and all that stuff. like with the mass, fame and everything, that was actually talking about the Jays. You know who I'm talking about, the Jays. The Jays are controlling this, and Kanye. The Jays are doing this. These people are evil. Screenshots of this right here. Exposing, shut down. Him and Kanye were the only two people I saw really do that, and I actually like look at the world now. Those two people alone shook the whole world, shook the whole narrative up of how people took things on the internet. You know what I mean? Took things, and now because all right, I don't know. I really can't say it because I'm on YouTube, but all I'm gonna say like this, right? Things were going this way. You know what I mean? This way, but then Tate and Kanye kind of made things go back on track, how things used to be. If you know what I'm trying to say, I don't know how to really explain it, but I'm really saying the full things on YouTube.
It's not just us, but we were part of the entire culture war. They tried to get rid of us. They tried to make us suffer, and I promise you.
But see, them trying to get rid of Andrew Tate just made them stronger, because now it's like, yo, like they really fought them. Like we saw them fight the Matrix, and they won. Like people don't ever escape from going to jail, going to prison, because they either just stay there forever or they just wind up dead. But they actually escaped and they're innocent. Like this is like a movie. This is like, whoa, the mass awakening is actually happening. This is like that was a bad thing they could have done, because now it just gives more battery in their back. Like, see, we just beat them. We can do it. We're showing you.
Now that
the
war has been won, and now that my final paperwork is being stamped before I am released, the people who have done this, who have tried to make us suffer injustice purely because we were trying to do the right thing, are going to pay the price. The girl who initially accused my brother and I of human trafficking 3.5 years ago has just admitted to DCAW that she was paid in advance before she made the police report $100,000 to make the report, and the money came from a USAID-funded NGO designed to combat human trafficking. Why would you pay somebody before they make a police report?
Yeah, that's crazy.
$100,000
yeah,
to combat human trafficking, unless you were actually trying to set us up.
Yeah.
She then admits that after she took the money, she flew here, made the police report, and after only 3 days in Romania, she was flown to the south of France. The flights, hotels, and budget for her stay there was all paid for by the same NGO. And we have the fucking paperwork.
Wow. I'm excited for this, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for this, bro. Yeah, bro. If you've been watching since the beginning, you've seen the videos, right, of them leaving the house willingly, coming back willingly, them taking cars, them leaving, going shopping, them coming back. The Tate brothers weren't even with them. It was the girls just all together, or the girls sometimes by themselves, taking cars, leaving, coming back, having the most freedom, leaving with nothing, coming back with hella bags in their hand, happy as hell. Like, they were just living their life. Like, I don't understand why they did this. Like, they just ruined their own life. Bro, if y'all really saw the videos, they had like freedom. It looked like they was having the most fun, bro. Like, no, you see nothing bad happening. They had the most, like, I keep saying freedom. I don't know what else to say, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this, bro. For real. This is the last video. This is Tristan Tate talking about it. I'm gonna just play this real quick. 2 minutes. I'm not even gonna talk, bro, because I gotta get ready for work. So I'm gonna just play this real quick.
So everybody knows I'm suing this person in America, the original person who started this accusation against me. And this entire file and the entire saga that I suffered was all started by one person, but she had an accomplice. And her accomplice has been avoiding DCOT, not answering the phone, not wanting to play part in the investigation anymore, blocked them everywhere. Eventually, DCOT managed to get hold of this girl. And she has just confessed on video and in writing that an organization was funding the entire accusation, that $100,000 was given to her and the girl who started this case. We have the name of the organization. We have the name of the woman. I'm going to find it. I'm going to post it underneath this video. This woman who works for this organization was actually present during her interview because she was interviewed on video. And we have reason to believe she was coaching this girl through her interview. She still completely made a mess of her story and contradicted herself at every single point. But whichever organization is behind this, links coming below the video, and the person behind this are going to be added to my people to sue list. How on earth does an organization which assists in helping victims of human trafficking pay people money and give them instructions and where to fly and when to go before a police accusation is even made? How does that happen?
Yeah,
well,
that's set up.
Complete fucking setup.
Yeah.
Her and the accomplice and this organization and everybody has just been exposed because one dumb girl who they hired to do this 3 years ago no longer wants to play part of this game and no longer is interested in trying to sustain the fact that she's a victim of anything, and she has just rolled on everybody.
Yep. Shout out Tristan. Wait, so where's the where's the link at, dude? Bro, where the link at, dude? You probably can't post it yet. Let me check the page. Where the link at, dude? Oh, here we go. Wait, is it right here? Hello? Buddy. What? Bro, you stop posting like dapper like you trying to look mad dapper, nigga. Where to post that? Okay, hold up. Yeah, I don't think they posted the link yet. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't post it. All right, that's the end of the video, bro. I literally gotta get to work, bro. I'm about to be late to work, so I gotta go. Shout out the Tate brothers. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be documenting this whole thing, bro. On God. So I'll see y'all.